Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your love reading for the month of March. I just want to briefly say thank you to everybody who's liked or subscribed to my channel because I'm very new, and all the new additions I truly welcome and greatly appreciate, and just want to say thank you for giving me a shot. Okay, with that said, this love reading for March is going to resonate with only two groups I found myself in. I really found myself reading for somebody that's been in a long-term relationship who's thinking about getting out of it and becoming single, walking away from it. And I also found somebody that borderline just met somebody and is debating dating them or not. If you're single though, single's a dollar bill. You don't know anybody, you don't have anybody, you haven't met anybody. Overall, in general, if for you, I don't have a deep dive reading for you guys, only that at the end of the month, you are, you have great potential for meeting somebody, because it looks like you haven't been getting out of the house. But you will towards the end of March, and then you will start dating, and because the Three of Cups is something very optimistic for single folk. Now let's going back to the camp for somebody who's in a deep relationship and you're thinking about breaking up with that person. And for those of you who just recently met somebody. Now, at the beginning of the month, I got the Nine of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups, and Six of Wands, which at first I thought was a little strange. I was like, okay, Two of Cups, soulmate relationship, beautiful. Six of Wands, successful relationship, wonderful. Nine of Wands reverse. I was like, wait, what? Why is the Nine of Wands reversed? And then I was meditating more and more on this reading, and I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. So I got the vibes that there must have been a recent fight or an argument or something that you want to do, Sagittarius, where in this argument you're trying to convince your partner of a certain thing where you think you're right and they're wrong. And you're just like, well, they don't see it my way. So I don't know if it's necessarily turning you off and it's pushing you away from that person, but that was the vibe I was getting. Because the Nine of Wands in reverse, I'm just going to hold this up for you, is you dropping burdens. You saying to yourself, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. This is just like something that, this is too much exhaustion. This is so much sacrifice on my part. And to be quite honest with you, I'm right. And they don't see it my point of way. Then I don't need to be with this partner. I could just drop it. The point is here for me to tell you, Saggies, is try not to force it. Try not to force your will onto that person. I do see true love here. I do see that you are soulmates. Don't get me wrong. We get a lot of soulmates in a lifetime. We get about a dozen or so. Now, are they your twin flame? I don't know. What's a twin flame? You're going to have to Google that, because that could be a whole segment on its own. Truly, it can. See the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Now, with the capping off the beginning of the month, with the Six of Wands, when I see these two together, I'm like, okay, a successful relationship, a successful partnership. But then the Nine of Wands in reverse. Somebody is feeling a little bit burdened by the relationship. Somebody's feeling that they need to, that their arguments are being pushed onto the other person. Now, this is the overall influencing card, and it was the Prince of Wands, but right under that was the Princess of Wands, which tells me, guys, a few things right now. This is for all you Sagittariuses. I mean, unless you're dealing with an Aries or a Leo or another Sagittarius like yourselves. When I get the Prince or the Princess, because in the other decks, it's the Knight, it's the Page, and it's the Queen, and it's the King. For me, the princes are a little bit different in this deck. This tells me mostly it's about you and your energy. When you are a prince or a princess, you're a fire sign, you guys are looking for fun. You are looking to enjoy today. You are looking to, yes, you want to fix your future and you have goals for your future, but you also ultimately want to be happy. And you do these two forms of actions. But when it's the prince or the princess, you're not a king. You're not a queen. So I don't even feel like this is a reading for the committed. Guys, if this is, if this doesn't resonate, please definitely go listen to your moon or your rising, or seriously, go listen to Scorpio, because that reading was bananas amazing. It was crazy. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, go listen to that. This is for the Saggies right now that are trying to get out of a relationship, or that you recently just met somebody and you're not certain about them. This tells me you're not married. because you're not a king, you're not a queen. And, you know, they have a kingdom to rule. They have burdens, they have responsibilities, and you dropping it like this doesn't tell me you're at that level. So a prince and a princess, they understand one day they will have to get married. They will have a kingdom. They will have something to rule. They will have responsibilities, but today they don't. Today they can enjoy being a prince and a princess. You get my meaning? You understand where I'm getting this energy now? Okay, so let's go to the middle of the month. Where in the middle of the month we have Judgment. Boom. Guess what? You guys have to make a judgment call. So if you recently met somebody, Sagittarius, and something about them doesn't sit well with you, they're sweeping you off your feet, but they also feel like they're rushing you, and you're like, wait, why? Why are they doing this? It necessarily doesn't mean that they might be a loser or anything like that, or they, you know, it could be that they're dealing with certain issues on their end and they're just not sharing it with you yet because they just met you, right? We don't completely take off all our masks, but there's something about them that doesn't sit well with you guys. It just doesn't. Now, for those of you that are getting out of this relationship, it's about time to make that call. That's why this is coming in. It's saying you're dealing with another soul. If you're going to break up with them, you got to let them go because they've got to move on and meet another partner or another soul and deal with their lives. If you're going to commit to them, it's not more or less like shit or get off the pot, like get married kind of thing, but it is saying like you've got to figure out, you know, the balance of this relationship if you're going to go forward. Because I have the Eight of Cups in reverse here. Now, this is the image I got. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So somebody could have left and now you're returning, or vice versa. They left and they're coming back, or you're going back to them. And I think this because underneath down here where you see me just pick up this card, this Three of Cups, this is the card of a reunion, the two moons that are colliding. This tells me, you know, that there is a possibility of there being a reunion at the end of the month or reconciliation. Now, I have the King of Cups in reverse. And naturally, this tells me you could have been dealing with somebody that wanted more commitment from you. He was, or she, but more or less I think it's, okay, anyway, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There's somebody who typically has their emotions in check. They know exactly what they want out of life and they know how to go about getting it. And now for you guys, I just feel like maybe they're applying this emotional overload onto you, Saggies, and it's just too much for you. You don't really deal with emotion like this. I mean, that you like that they're balanced like that, but at some points maybe it was over too consuming. But now that this is in reverse, it's telling me it was. That they were emotionally bombarding you. And there was something off about it, that the pressure of it bothered you, that it made you walk away. I mean, they could have been the one that walked away too, you know. But it could also be that they're turning back and coming back to you and trying to ask you to work this out because, and I think this is mutual, you do feel a soul connection with this person, for sure. I mean, the Two of Cups just doesn't show up for anybody. There's definitely a soulmate here. Now, the Prince of Swords is what's telling me you're the camp that just met somebody and you think there's something off. And you might not be wrong, but you might not be right either. And you won't know until you talk to them. But if you're that camp that you're thinking about breaking up and say you were, you know, you were engaged or you were getting married, you are rescinding invitations, I heard. Taking them back. Three of Cups. Reunion. The single folk. This is somebody coming in for sure, guys. For the person that you just recently met, you might actually have to go out with them a couple of times, hang out with them, and, you know, just enjoy yourself and just be more on a relaxed level. And you could really talk about them and discern if they truly are shady and they really are holding something back from you, or if they really it was something that was personal and it wasn't about you. But I will tell you this, because at the end of the month we have the Ten of Cups coupled with the Devil. There is some level of toxicity regarding the relationship. Somebody is seriously obsessed with the relationship, and maybe that obsession has turned you off, Sagittarius. That level of toxicity for you was too much to handle. For those of you, this can also be a Capricorn you just recently met, where they are coming off as obsessive, or you could be obsessed with, you know, finding this true happiness, love connection. Now we're going to go in and clarify these guys and see what's going on so we can get a deeper dive. Universe, Angel, Spirit. Whoa. Yeah. The Nine of Wands is coupled by the reversed, by the Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, this was like you really felt you were stuck in your mind and you were going over and over it again in your head. The burdens and whatever. This to me tells me you're dropping them, letting them go. Bouncing. I heard bouncing. Bounce. Bye. I'm out. Two of Cups here, reversed. I'm sorry, upright. Why is the Two of Cups here? Please clarify the Two of Cups. Ugh, way too many. But here's what's crazy. That fell out, so I'm going to take it. The Two of Cups by the Two of Cups is crazy. Please, universe, angel, spirit guides, give me one more for the Two of Cups. This tells me this person is definitely your soulmate. But they're acting crazy on you right now. Or you're acting crazy on them. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. The Two of Cups clarified by the Two of Cups and the Tower. It was sort of going upside down, upright. I didn't know what it was trying to do, but it doesn't matter because the message is just the same. Here's what is. Here's the clarifiers. Well, the Two of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups. This is definitely a soulmate. This is definitely a love relationship. This is somebody that you see eye to eye with on the regular. On the reg, you guys are, you know, paper and pen. But this is the collapse of a foundation. And when I said, oh, I don't know if it was going upside down, there's something about your foundation that's cracking within your partnership. It's cracking as we speak. There's some level of toxicity forming and creating that crack in your foundation that's causing you to want to walk away. Or them walk away. You know, these energies are vice versa. But the foundation, and on an upside down means it hasn't happened yet, but it's happening. So those were the messages I was receiving. Same thing for you, Sagittarius, that if you recently met somebody or whatever you've been doing in the past, you can no longer do it. That it's not working. It's not working. You can't keep going to the same places, you know, meeting the same people, doing the same thing, or being restricted because somebody always needs you. Because, you know, you guys really are humanitarians. You really are taking care of a lot of people. And that's why you have all these burdens all the time. This is cracking your foundation too. You can't allow this to go on. You know, you need this time to do your due diligence and be yourself and date and put yourself out there. All right, victory, Six of Wands. Why is the Six of Wands here? Please clarify. Six of Wands. So this just tells me you will overcome whatever this issue is that's going on. I'm going to take this one card that flew out upright over here because that's going to be the message. You got Justice in reverse. So I don't know if somebody asked for a divorce. Somebody could have asked for a divorce. Justice in reverse. Or, you know, coupled with the Six Wands. And if you did, you're the one that's going to be victorious regarding this divorce. That's for some of you guys. A lot of you other guys, there's a lack of balance within the relationship, which is why you got the Tower card, which is why the foundation is cracking. And some of you could be talking to a lawyer to see, hey, you know, if I do this and that, what's going to happen, you know, legally to me. So you're questioning, but there's a lack of balance here. There's no justice regarding this situation. Even though that there's some level of success, which means it's coming in your direction, there was an injustice that was played out regarding the relationship. Why is Judgment here? Please clarify Judgment, 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 Judgment. Wow, you got the Ten of Wands reverse. Again, this is just like you being at your end of your rope. So you're needing to make a judgment call because you are at the end of your rope. You've been exhausted and you're like, I gotta put these down, I can't. Like I literally felt the pain in my back. So the universe is asking you to decide what you're gonna do. Because you're feeling this way. You can't go on this way. And you know that. That's why you're dropping it. Because you realize this isn't sustainable anymore. Why is the Eight of Cups in reverse? Who walked away? Who's coming back? What? Somebody walked back? Let's see. Yes. Eight of Cups reverse. Somebody stopped in their tracks and said to themselves, wait a minute. Do I go back to what I'm comfortable? Or do I go forward into the new world with my globe and go to the road less traveled? Or do I take the safe bet and return back to my partner? You got a choice to make. So that's why I heard this 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, like, you know, doing these U-turns or these roundabouts. Somebody's doing that because they're debating what to do, which road to go down. Staying, pulling the trigger, getting married, or staying with the relationship and fixing it, or breaking up and moving on. Either way, the universe needs you to make a call. King of Cups in reverse. Jesus, I got too many for this, but I'm going to take them because they all kind of make sense. They all say a little bit of a story to me. All right, so a bunch of little things. Because we're clarifying this dude, or this energy, this King of Cups in reverse, the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer person. Now, clarifying that, Ace of Wands in reverse. There's been a lack of passion lately. It's sort of fizzled out. If you're that single Saggy and you just recently met somebody, you're not feeling that sexual chemistry just yet, that physical attraction. The Six of Cups in reverse. This is you not thinking about the past. You're just letting the past go away. You're like, I'm going to let go of the past. I don't need to think about it. Like, you know, where some of us, we reminisce on the past and we're like, oh, the good old days, and I built this future and I invested so much time. I can't just let it go. You're doing the opposite. You're not going to think about it. Your feelings for the past are just dry. The Devil in reverse. You don't want this level of toxicity in your life, but you also have the Ace of Cups upright. So you are receiving love from your person, your significant other. And if you're that person that just met somebody, you are receiving a form of love. It just felt like it was a little obsessive. Somebody was obsessing too much. And, you know, regarding their past, like they could also have children that were affecting them and their situation, but for whatever reason, the chemistry was dying down, was dying off. And that's why you see your person like this, because of all of this. Interesting. Please, Universe, Angel, Spirit, Guides, why is the Prince of Swords in reverse? So we said before, you might have met somebody and you just don't feel like there's something trustworthy about them, like you can't trust them. For those of you, you're rescinding invitations. Others of you, you're keeping a close eye on, no, they're keeping a close eye on you. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is being left out in the cold, but now this tells me it was in the past. They're coming back in from the, and right next to the reunion card, somebody's getting invited back in from the past, or they're getting invited in from out of the cold. So you might be considering giving them a second opportunity or option, or you are inviting them back. Whether you just met them or you're in a serious relationship trying to mend it or fix it or see if there's something salvageable about this. Either or, you're looking for something salvageable. Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here? You're slightly a little bit confused, and I can understand. I mean, who wouldn't be confused regarding this situation? Because you have the Seven of Cups clarifying the Three of Cups. So you're a little bit confused regarding this reunion. This maybe this possible apology that you know, I don't even see it being an apology, but this invitation, because it's something that was written. So maybe I see a text message or a message or something like that. Anyway, it's left you a little bit confused regarding this relationship. Same thing if you just met somebody, you're a little bit confused what to do with them. You don't know if you should move forward or not, whichever camp you're in. Ten of Cups and the Devil. Please clarify these bad boys for me, guys. What's going on here? You are definitely, should I stay or should I go? I'm going to write that down really quick. Sorry. Should I stay or go? All right. Now, why is the Ten of Cups with the Devil here, please? Ooh, interesting. Wow. Okay. So somebody that's obsessed regarding this relationship, or that you felt like was bringing in a level of toxicity, at some point you were like, I'm done investing in this relationship. I'm done investing into the devil. I just can't do that. You're dropping the harvest. You know, you're done working towards it. Same thing if you just met somebody. You're like, I don't feel like investing in this relationship anymore. Now, this is very much at the end. Excuse me. This is very much at the end of March going into April. The energies could change like on a dime. So I really don't know what's going to go down in April. This just tells me it's like you're not putting the effort into it anymore of the relationship, but you're not necessarily walking away either. I think you're waiting to see what they're going to do. Let's see. Universe, angel, spirit guides, final messages from the romance angels. Wow, anything else? Oh my God, they are talking. Yeah, okay. So a lot of these are very interesting. So let me just get these cleared out for you. Now, soulmate. We already know you're dealing with a soulmate, but we said there's multiple soulmates that come in our lives, you know. But here you are, soulmate. It came out twice. There's no doubt that you are dealing with a form of a soulmate. You know, yes, this is your soulmate. And I knew this from before. Now, very soon. Very soon, clearly decide what you want to do so that it comes to you now, because they've got a soul level to live out too. And here it is, the judgment call that's telling you. You need to make a judgment call here. Very soon, decide what you're going to do regarding this situation. It's no joke. You know, and for some of you that you just met somebody, this could be true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, guys. You know, you might have met somebody, but, you know, you got a little bit of stink eye with them. You're like, they're a little shady. I don't know if I can trust them. Give them a shot, because it could be true love. See what, you know, they're all about. And boom, last but not least, if they don't all make sense, please put a gun to my head. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And that's why this came here. Because you're like not. You're not investing time, effort, or energy. I saw you dropping burdens. I saw you feeling like unstuck. You're like, oh, I can't anymore. But you're not investing. But it's telling you not to give up. Not yet. Not yet, Sagittarius. This was a beautiful reading. Okay, and until next month, please come back in April. If this didn't resonate with you, listen to your moon and your rising. If you've got Scorpio in your chart, seriously, go listen to them. It was just like an epic reading. Okay, bye, Sagittarius.